I have this video to give us today because there's something that I have fully come to figure out, that majority of us, we are not like content with what God have given to us. There are three places you accurately need to visit, and if you have visited these places and you have not discovered nothing, you need to revisit it again. You know what I'm saying? One of them is hospital. I can remember when I was sick in 2019, I be 2018. So there was a food that a lady here, my mom, an Italian woman, she cooked by mistake. It's not her fault. So I ate the food with her. She ate it. After like 1 hour, a bit 30 minutes. It's not up to 30 minutes like that, even 20 minutes. Because while we were eating it, I was trying to wash plate. She fell down. Within 30 minutes again, within like 30 minutes, they rushed her to hospital. Then I followed her. Right in the hospital, I still fell down. It took me almost 2 hours to be able to recover. Why? Because we eat a something that is so deadly, a deadly word food. You know what I'm saying? So when I wake up, that is when I realized that, in life, there is nothing more precious than the gift that God have given to you. Because if you come to a point where, I'm not saying people who are sick that it is their fault, no. I'm saying that if you are sick, you are still alive, you are in hospital, you are still alive, or you are now you are around, you are walking, you are laboring, and you think you don't have enough, go to hospital. You will still see people up there who are thankful for the life that God have given to them. When I wake up, those days, I will just wake up in the morning like this. I will just bath, go to school. I will just bath, go and do work. I will just bath, maintain the BNB. But that day, that is when I realized that indeed I have a lot. I have a lot. I don't have money, but that moment when I wake up from because it was a joining of death that I went to, a mysterious joining of death that I went to. I was smiling, within an hour, I just fell down. Within 2 hours, I was not able to know where I was. So after that, I went around the hospital. I see people who are sick. And I asked myself, oh my God, there is a lot that we have in this world. It's not only about money, it's not only about wealth. Because if you are thinking, you don't have this, you don't have that, the day you first sick, that is when you discover that indeed you have a lot. Trust me. And another place that you need to visit for you to know that indeed God is accurately with you is what is prison. Is prison. I can remember when I asked my mom, an Italian woman, I said, Mom, please take me to hospital, to a prison, that I have never been in a prison. So she took me to the place here in Italy also, where I do used to live. We walk around, I see people, I mingle with them, I ask them some questions. Some of them said they have been there for 20 years, just in one environment. Meaning that freedom you have, that freedom you imagine me that walk like how will I say it, like a lion. I will walk all my feet, all the whole area. I will even move to the other village. Imagine if they kept me in one place. So that is to tell you that freedom you have, you are just moving around. Be careful, appreciate God, be mindful, don't do those things that will lead you to that place. Because many of us, social medias or etc are coming to a point where it's now giving us opportunity to know the deep things that we know not of. Because there are people who are in prison like 20 years, 25 years, 18 years. I have met a man who told me that he had been in the prison for almost 18 years, that it remains something like 6 years for him to come out. I've met a man who told me that they're giving him a life, something like 21, a bit 20 years in prison. So that freedom you have, you don't know the value, bro. You have to appreciate God for giving you that life. Because many of us, we wake up in the morning, we eat only in the morning. In the evening, we eat. In the afternoon, maybe we don't have nothing to eat. And we think God is not working. God is accurately working. God is working, because when you visit prison, you will know that God is working, bro. You will accurately know. I can remember when I was in my former place, that I was engaged. When I mean I was engaged, I was accurately engaged, because the freedom for me to move, the freedom for me to do whatsoever I want, the freedom for me to go wheresoever I want, I don't have it. Before you move a step, they will tell you, where are you going to? Who are you communicating with? Who are you interacting with? Who are you speaking with? So you that have that freedom, you go to your job, you come back, you eat, you relax. You go to your job, you come back, you eat, you relax. You do not know what God is doing. You do not know absolutely the work that God is accurately, doing for you, brothers. It is something that majority of us need to figure out. It is something that majority of us need to know, that indeed God is working. That indeed God is accurately working. God is working marvelously. So appreciate that. So another place that you have to visit is burial ground. Burial ground. Cemetery, burial ground. That is the place you need to visit. That is when you realize that no matter the condition you are, there is still hope. Yes, I can remember when I asked my mom here in Italy. I asked her one day, Mom, I want to follow you to go and visit the grave of your dad. She said, okay, there is no problem. She took me to the place, very nice place. I can't say it's bad place, because one day I will still be there. You know what I'm saying? So we visit the place. I walk around, I watch, and I asked myself one question. I said, both the rich and the poor is here, because her dad is so rich. Her dad is a multi-millionaire. And I look around, I see titles. I see the titles they give each of them each. And I shake my head. I said, what is that thing that will make someone to believe that they are not alive? What is that thing that will make someone to believe that they can never be successful? Or what is that thing that will make someone to come to a point of asking themselves a question, I am not doing better? That is why I start to ask myself a question. I said, hey God, I will never come to the point of asking myself a question, why me? Why is it this? Why is it that? Because when you go to mortuary, when you go to, in a place where they keep people, when you go to that place, you will understand that the life you have is even more enough for you. That the breath you have is even more enough for you. That the life that God has given to you is even much more than what you deserve. That this life that majority of us have today, not that we merit it, not that we have it, not that the enemies are not working for us to be there, not that the enemies are not trying for us to be dead by now, but God decides to let them be put to shame for us to live to this point. So visit these three places. If you think that you don't have enough, visit these particular three places. If you are that kind of person who sleep in the who will be like, you will wake up in the night and be thinking, overthinking, and be asking yourself, my mate have done this, my mate have done that, people are working hard more than me, people are earning more than me, people are living more than me. Or you are that kind of person that want to take the life of others just for you to feel good. Or you are that kind of person who betrayed others. Go to these three places. You will know that no matter how smart you will be, no matter how wise you think you are, one day you will do what, you still be there. Simply means that you have to be grateful. You have to be content. You have to be what? You have to be content. Don't come to the point of betraying others, taking advantage of others just for you to get it. Because one day you will do what? You will just leave all. You will leave all. So be content, be satisfied. The little one you have, appreciate it. because not because you deserve it, but God just give you opportunity to have it. Remain blessed.